Today we're going to talk about how to extend your tourist visa. Extending your visit when you enter as a non-immigrant visa status, such as a tourist visa, a business visa, a religious visa, a student visa, or a working visa. If you want to extend your stay in the United States, you must file a request with the U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Service, which we call USCIS, on Form I-539, which is an application to extend or change non-immigrant status, and you must do this before your authorized stay expires. If you remain in the United States longer than authorized, you may be barred from returning, or you may be removed, which is now was called deported, from the United States. Now you have to check the date on the right-hand corner of your Form I-94. That's a little document that was stamped into your passport when you entered. It's called an arrival departure record to determine the exact date of your authorized stay. We recommend that you apply to extend your stay at least 45 days before it expires. During the wait for the response, you will remain legal in the United States under what's called the 120-day tolling period. Now, you may apply to extend your stay if you were lawfully admitted into the United States with a non-immigrant visa. Your non-immigrant visa status is still valid. You have not committed any crime that makes you ineligible for a visa, and you haven't violated the conditions of your admission, such as working without permission. Your passport is valid and will remain valid for the duration of your stay. Now, you may not apply to extend your visitor's visa if you were admitted to the United States under the following categories. 1, the visa waiver program. 2, you came in as a D visa, a crewman. Or 3, as a C visa, which is an in-transit, you're changing from one airplane to the next, or a TWOV, which is similar to in-transit visa. Also, if you came in as a fiancé of the United States citizen on a K visa, you can't change. Now, informant and accompanying family members of terrorism or crimes cannot change their visas. Now, what happens after you file for an extension of change of visa and you don't get that response within that 120-day tolling period? Well, under current service policies, this is what happens. If a decision is not made with respect to a pending extension application within that 120-day tolling period that we just discussed, there is a problem of unlawful presence on the 121st day after the expiration of the date on your I-94. But due to the backlogs in at the Immigration Service, which sometimes can extend beyond the 6-month period, aliens who remain in the United States while the extension of stay is pending could incur a 3-year or a 10-year bar to admission in the future if the application is ultimately denied. So it's kind of a problem. In order to avoid problems, though, which is through no fault of their own, regarding this so-called unlawful presence, the Immigration Service has decided that non-immigrants who were admitted until a specific date and apply for an extension and whose application has been pending beyond the 120-day period should be considered to be in a period of stay authorized by the Attorney General. So, as long as certain requirements are met, they remain legal. The service has further decided that the period of stay authorized by the Attorney General includes the extension application for the entire period that it is pending. As a practical matter, this policy only applies to those non-immigrants who were admitted until a specific date and also whose I-94 did not expire before they applied for the extension. If the service approves the extension application, the non-immigrant will be granted a new period of authorized stay, which will be retroactive to the date previously authorized to remain. In these cases, there's no unlawful presence. Now, if you need to learn more about extensions of visas, you can go to the link below. Also, if you need to get the forms, all the forms are available to you, and explanations on how and where to file. You can also go to the link below to find out more about immigration in many other contexts.